Good morning, 6th graders. This is Mr. Casci speaking. As you can see, I'm not there today, but that doesn't mean we can't go through the lesson together here. Today, here's our schedule. We have, hopefully the sub has taken attendance and collected the homework. If they haven't done so, please just go ahead and pause the video and do those two things. Just submit attendance and collect the homework from everybody. 9.2 is on converting units in the metric system. Yesterday we went over the basics of the metric system, and today we're going to be going on how to convert from one unit to another. And then there will be some work time on the worksheet. Okay, so let's just go over this. Hopefully you've gotten a handout that looks like this, and I want to kind of go through how to use it. Once again, if you need to write something down or anything like that, please don't hesitate to raise your hand, and you can always stop the video, rewind it however you want, to make sure that you get the information that you need to complete your assignment. Okay, so 9.2, converting units in the metric system. The main thing is if you are taking a unit and your unit is getting smaller, if the unit is getting smaller, we need to multiply. You see how the letters get big and then they get smaller? That's to help you, remind you that once it gets smaller, we need to multiply, and that's in red. Okay, so if we were going from kilograms or kilometers or kiloliters, okay, to the actual meter, we would multiply it by 1,000. And then if we were going to go from a meter to a centimeter, we would multiply it by 100. Okay, and if we were going to go from a liter to a milliliter, we would multiply it by 1,000. Okay, so one thing that we need to this is one thing that we really need to utilize. Okay, this tells you everything that you would need to know, okay, about converting anything: meters, liters, grams, or length, capacity, or mass that we went over yesterday. Okay, but there's also a bottom part to this: is if your units are getting larger, we divide. Okay, so if we're going from a gram to a kilogram, we're going to divide by 1,000. If we are going from a centimeter to a meter, our units are getting larger, and so we need to divide by 100 to get there. Okay, so we can measure in any types of these quantities, but some are going to be more appropriate than others. And if it is how to get from a meter to a kilometer, would be dividing by 1,000. This is a little flow chart that shows you what to do in each one of those situations. I'll be referring back to this chart. It should be in front of you at all times. So if we were to, here's an example, if we were to convert these measurements, if we had 15 centimeters, okay, 15 centimeters, and we want to convert it to milliliters, well, let's go back. 15 centimeters, okay, centimeters, and we are going to millimeters. Okay, so we're going from here, which means we need to multiply by 10. Okay, so we go back here, we multiply by 10, which gives us 150 millimeters. Okay, that's how we would convert 15 centimeters to millimeters. Is it goes up by a factor of 10, so we multiply by 10, we add the 0 on, we get millimeters. Okay, I gotta take that off here so we can move on. Okay, so now we have 837 kilometers to meters. So let's go back here. We have 837 kilometers, and we need to get it to meters. Okay, so meters is right there. We need to multiply by 1,000. So we have 837 kilometers times 1,000. Okay? And really, when we multiply by 1,000, we just add those 3 zeros on, and we would get 837,000 meters. that would be our final answer there. So if we were to convert 837 kilometers to meters, it would be 837,000 meters. Okay? Here are some problems that I'd like you to do on your own. Okay? I'm going to move on here, but obviously pause the video so everybody has a chance to go over these 4 problems. Remember, we're multiplying on this slide. We're going from large units to small units, which means that we are multiplying. Okay, so go ahead and pause it and take some time for that slide. All right. Now we have some, we're going the opposite way. Okay, so we're going from small units to big units. Now if we go back, small units to big units, if we have small unit like here to big unit over here, we are dividing. Okay, so let's go back to this specific problem. Okay, so we have 15 milligrams and we're going to grams. We want to find out how many grams that is. Okay, so we have 15 milligrams and we're going to grams. So what we have to do here is we got to go and divide by 1,000. Okay, so we have to take 15 and we need to divide by 1,000. Well, it's a lot simpler than that. We don't have to punch this into a calculator or anything like that. We just take the number 15, the decimal points right there. We have to move it to the left 3 times because there are 3 zeros. So we take that decimal point right there and we go 1, 2, 3. Rewrite the decimal point, and then any of these spaces like this we gotta put in a 0. So 15 milligrams is the same thing as 0.015 grams. Sorry for the sloppy writing, but 0.015 grams would be the amount of grams in that case. All right. If we go down here, we have a CG, centigrams. Centigrams. Okay, that is a factor of 10. All right. So centigrams, there are 10 centigrams in 1 gram. Okay, and so remember, we're dividing. So centigrams to grams, this is getting bigger. Okay, we're getting bigger by a factor of 10. So we have to do 8.2 divided by 10. Okay, and once again, we just take that 8.2. If we want to divide it by 10, we move that decimal point over once, and we get 0.82 grams. Okay. Once again, if this is going too fast, just pause it, and I have enough time to write everything down. Okay, and this last one here, what I'd like to do is we take 386 liters equals how many kiloliters. Okay, so let's go back. 386 liters, and we want to get to kiloliters. So by doing that, we would have to follow this track, and we'd have to divide by 1,000. Okay, so we have to divide by 1,000 here. So we have 386 liters, and we have to divide by 1,000. Okay, and really, by dividing by 1,000, we don't really have to divide by 1,000. We just write 386. When we divide, there's 3 zeros, so we move it to the left when we divide. Move it once, twice, 3 times, because there are 3 zeros in 1,000. And so our answer would be 0.386 kiloliters. To convert 386 liters, we would divide by 1,000 and get 0.386 kiloliters. Okay, so that's converting from smaller to larger units. We divide. So on this page, all we've been doing is dividing because we're going from smaller units to larger units. Okay, once again, pause if you need any extra time. Okay. 9.92 is the worksheet that you are going to be doing in class, and you go ahead and choose either the reteaching worksheet or the practice worksheet, whichever you feel best fits your understanding of this concept. Okay, that will be due tomorrow. We'll be correcting that in class, and then we'll be moving on to 9.3 as well. Okay, so you can rewind this if you need extra time on it, or however you want to use this video is fine. Okay, go ahead and ask plenty of questions, and I will see you all soon.